Yo, what's good everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you guys can actually find 100x runners, right? Not all the clickbaity videos that all these other people are talking about that don't even know what they're talking about, right? I'm going to actually show you how you guys can actually find these runners, find these coins that do crazy numbers. Now, how are we able to do this, right? How are we able to find these coins? Well, firstly, you need to change your mindset. This is the most important thing, right? Mastering the meme coin mindset, right? You have to view your trades. You have to view this whole entire thing completely differently than most people, right? This is why most people lose, because, you know, everybody's out here trying to like make and take, but, you know, nobody waits for things to come to them, right? You have to play this game, you know, in a, I guess, defensive position, and obviously strike when you find a good trade, right? But you have to be patient. And you need to build that eye, right, of coins that are running. And how do you find these coins? How do you build that eye? Well, you look at coins that have previously ran. You look at coins that did really well. If you guys don't even know why a coin went crazy and a coin ran, then you shouldn't be trading, first of all, right? You need to do this first. First thing shouldn't be you guys looking for new pairs, final stretch, and migrated. The first thing is you guys should just sit and look and be like, okay, what coins ran today? What coins did really well? For example, Mitch, right? If you guys don't, so some people were like, why is Mitch running? The truth is, who is Mitch, right? So Mitch is a huge KOL. He had like 20 mil in meme coins or something back in, I want to say sometime last year. He was like the OG version of Cupsy, right? So if you guys don't know about this, now you know, right? Now I'm telling you, and you know, this is going to make you guys be able to trade a lot better because you're going to know about this in the future. So the thing is with Mitch is he has his Twitter account suspended, right? For whatever reason. He's a super huge KOL. But he ended up dropping his own meme coin, right? From his own dev wallet. So you can see this is his dev wallet. And how would you guys be able to get in this super early, right? Before the hype happened? Well, if you look at the buys, the Mitch is the dev, right? So he's the first buy. So if you guys are tracking Mitch, you guys are going to be able to tell, like if you look at holders, boom. He's the top holder. He has 79%. So the second this would have been made, right? If you guys are tracking him on Axiom, which I'm sure all of you guys, if you guys are in the Discord and using my wallet tracker list, which is free, then you guys would have seen this the second it came out. Yes, it did get sniped, but you guys had, I want to say, at least like a minute before it went up to like, you know, 3, 4, 5 mil. So you guys had plenty of time to get in this before it obviously ran up to $40 million market cap, right? So this thing went absolutely insane. And this is where you're able to get these crazy multipliers by being quick, understanding narrative, understanding, oh, this is actually something can fly, right? Instead of trying to like outpace Cupsy on new pairs, you guys know what can be a good coin, right? And you guys saw all these other people were trying to make coins and copycat, whatever. But this is like the main runner. And you guys sit and wait. Look at Gake, for example. She only takes like one trade per day. Right? Well, we think it's a she. We don't know if it's a he or a she. Nobody really knows, right? But we're just going to say Gake is a girl, a she. And yeah, she takes like 1 to 2 trades a day, but she prints like crazy money. And then you can see, you know, Cupsy, he takes like hundreds of trades a day, and they both make really good money, right? So you guys have to be fine with, you know, not just, you know, being like a robot and trying to copy Cupsy, right? Because a lot of people do sit on wallet tracker lists and just wait for Cupsy to buy something, and then they buy over him, and then like, why did I lose money when I bought over Cupsy? It's literally like it's like natural selection, right? It sounds messed up, but you know, that's just the part of crypto. There's the natural selection part, right? Some people never want to learn. Some people will repeat the same mistakes, and that's why the market is in favor of like the top 3% of people, because everybody else ends up losing, right? So this is why it's so important to be understanding, why did this coin run? For example, like Grinch. I was talking about this last video. Why did this coin run? Well, Grinch was a narrative, right? The narrative was based on the holidays, which was Christmas, right? And everybody knows the Grinch, whatever. So this was the narrative. Now, if Grinch is not a narrative right now, we are in September. Like that's 2 months away, 3 months away from Christmas. So if you guys can front run the narrative, yeah, that's something where you guys can make good money. But you need to be aware of what's the current narrative. Well, the current narrative, we can see it's a lot of like, I draw the line. It's a lot of, you know, Mitch stuff basically, right? Now we could see if there's any other coins currently. Right now, there's not really too much of a narrative. All day, I literally was just seeing like coins about Mitch, or like like Scented was trying to make his own coin. Everybody thought Cupsy was going to make his own coin. Everybody was trying to do what, you know, what why can I not think why what Mitch basically was doing, right? Everybody was trying to copy him, and you know, try to take his floor, right? Which I guess he's got aura, you know what I'm saying? Like he's holding his place. Now, if you guys missed this crazy pump, well, you know, this is where you guys are going to be, at least the smart money is going to be shorting it, right? This is super free. Obviously, nothing I say in this video is financial advice, but look at this, right? We got to be so for real, right? Look at this. This peaked at around like 40 mil. What's going to keep it up? So first of all, we click on the links, right? So obviously his Twitter isn't back yet, right? Now it might go back. It's been suspended for a while. The website just links to Pump Fund, and he has his own Telegram group, right? Aside from that, he has 80% of the supply. But if that doesn't like convince you enough, we can look at his last coin that he made, right? So this was Mitch a year ago. This was a year ago. And let's go on like the 30-minute time frame. So this coin went up to 8 mil, right, at its all-time high. This was it at launch, right? So it didn't go as crazy, of course. It still went pretty high, though, right? It still had some crazy volume. But eventually, I mean, look at where it's at right now, guys. Like, let me go back. Oh, my days. Okay, this is taking forever. So, yeah, it had pump because people were looking at this coin. It's at 87K. So, like, what can keep... Yes, maybe this coin can go a little bit higher. This is why we manage risk, right? So if we're looking in futures, right, which... we do that all in the server. We trade futures, we trade meme coins, perpetuals. We do everything, right? As long as we can make money and take from the market, we're gonna do it, right? That's what we want to do. We want to take all the opportunities and to make money. That's just what it is, right? Some people are really good at futures, some people are really good at trading meme coins, and some people are really good at both, right? So if you guys are like, you know, maybe a little tired of doing meme coins, or the market's a little bit slow, then you can do futures, or vice versa, right? The other way around. So yeah, like at least my conviction on this is like, oh, okay, if you get in at 30 mil, right, and you open up a 2x leverage or 1x leverage short, your liquidation is at 60 mil. So for it to get up there, like what's the supply and the demand, right? What can push this up so high? Yes, he can shell it, he can promote it, but he already did that back here. So, you know, that's where you guys have to understand, like, oh, the possible scenarios. Yes, it's possible it could go a little higher, yeah. Maybe it goes absolutely crazy, but what's holding this coin? You know, like, basically Mitch has 90% or 80% of the coin, right? So he has like, let's see how many millions that he has in here. 19 million. Now, can he sell it all at once? No. Look at how much liquidity we have. 600K. So we could probably pull like 500K in liquidity, like in one candle, if he wanted to sell all in one candle. If he wanted to sell slowly, everybody would sell the chart because he's giving up on his own coin, right? So this can't really end well, I guess. Maybe obviously he'll make money on pump fund fees, whatever, but he basically can't sell, right? If he sells any way he tries to sell, it's going to end up getting the coin cooked, right? Now, we could see there's a fat candle, it looked like right here. But yeah, right? So this is, in my opinion, a really easy short. For example, like I showed you guys or told you guys about it before, easy. Supply and demand, think about that, right? So especially with this was like a mass bundled coin, whatever. And I showed you guys my Mexi position, like I shorted it at like almost the Pico top. And yeah, like the supply and the demand, like there's nothing that's pushing this up. He doesn't talk about it anymore. It's just trash, right? This is literally like 90% of meme coins. They eventually do go to zero. Now, if it's a really, really, really good narrative, if it's something that has like, that's funny, it's a good meme or whatever, then yes, it's probably going to stay up for a lot longer. So this is why you guys investigate, do a little bit of research, at least on my opinion for, you know, with Memecoin. Yes, it might have a little bit of a hype, it might have a little bit of a bounce, but eventually, yes, it'll come down, in my opinion, to probably zero like the other coins. Whether that's, you know, in a couple days from now, in a week from now, in a month from now, it'll eventually go down to zero. But if you guys are doing like 50x leverage short, if it bounces a tiny bit, like 0.5%, 2%, you get liquidated. So you guys, you need to manage your risk, because it's not just the same with perpetuals or futures, it's the same with meme coins. If you guys are blasting this random rug coin thinking, oh, I'm going to sneak into the bundle, and then you guys get rugged, then yeah, you're just going to get absolutely rinsed. So this video is about how to find the 100x's, right? How do you find these coins? Well, you need to change your mentality of trading, right? You need a change of, okay, Mitch coin, for example, did some crazy numbers, but you guys can actually explain why, right? You can explain even before like the coin went to some crazy number. You see Mitch created a coin, and he hasn't created a coin in a year or something, right? So that's a long time, and he has aura, right? That would be like the same as Cupsy creating a coin. So if you click that, that would be like the only good time to copy trade, right? You could buy that and you guys could get an insane entry, right? And then that's something where you're like, oh, this is Mitch's coin. You guys have a list of like, oh, because the thing is, it's not always, because I know a lot of people, right? Even myself will get into these coins and we actually missed the 10x, the 100x, the 200x runner because we sold early. So you need to master being able to hold it, right? Having conviction, because it's not always finding it, because sometimes we just get in them, right? Because we thought it was a decent coin and it does some crazy numbers, but we sold too early, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this, right? You bought in right here, and sold right here. And then you look at the chart like 5 minutes later and it's up to here, right? So that could have been your 10x, your 20x, or it could even be at 5 mil, right? You bought in at 10K and you sold early. So it really takes time, right? It's not just like something that's instant, but if you guys can put in those hours and understand why things run, why things go up, why things go down, right? How the attention moves, how the attention works, how long the hype lasts for, and what coins really can do those numbers, right? Because some coins and some narratives, they never go past like a mil, right? Sometimes it's just like a 100K topper, or it bonds and it just dumps. So if you guys are able to see those coins that have crazy potential, right? Sometimes it's, it's going to be like, maybe let's say Cupsy makes a coin tomorrow, right? And he actually doesn't rug it. That's like the risk that you're taking, right? Buying over him. If he makes his own coin, he devs his own coin. But I'm sure it could do some crazy numbers similar to the Mitch coin. And if you guys have the wallet tracker list that I do, right? You'll be able to track all the devs as well as all the top traders, right? That way you guys can see this the second it comes out and you're not late like everybody else that ends up becoming extra liquidity. So if you guys found this video helpful, or, like these kind of, I guess, longer form videos, or just videos of me just like breaking down, just my thoughts, whatever, feel free to, like that smash button, of course. Make sure you guys are in the Discord already. If you guys aren't, we have lots of really cool traders in there. We trade, meme coins, perpetuals, futures, just everything, right? Always trying to make money. All of us are locked in. Super cool people in there, right? We obviously have the VIP, so if you guys are interested, it's literally like the price of lunch money for the week, where you guys can either personally learn from me and others, right? We have course videos, lots of really cool tools. And yeah, it's all about making money, right? So make sure you guys are in there. And yeah, make sure you guys comment any future videos you'd like me to touch up on. And yeah, thank you for watching.